Squad? Mizzyworld Entertainment is back to present another episode of MadMizzy Sports. We are the hosts. I'm Mad Mizzy, Quan Show Love, and Ron Money in the building. What's the deal, fellas?
What up, squad? What's going on, everybody?
Happening now on this stupid Monday.
The stupid Mondays continue. You dig what I'm saying? But at least we made it to another stupid Monday. Hope everybody had a fun, adventurous, and most of all, safe weekend. You dig what I'm saying? But we back. You got a message for the chat, Q?
Yes, I do, man. But before we get started, everybody, I just want to say, I want to send a special shout out to the chat and for rocking with us, and we rocking with y'all, man. So shout out to everybody that's in the live chat right now. Shout out to everybody that's watching wherever they could be watching that via Facebook, YouTube, whatever. But guys, if you're looking to support the Man Mizzy Sports Show, you can do so through the Cash App, which is the $ What Up Squad. Again, if you're looking to support the guys over here at the Man Mizzy Sports Show, you can do so through the Cash App, which is What Up Squad, and that's what it is, guys. But
Yes, sir.
yeah, no, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Y'all know correct spelling and whatever y'all need, stay in the comment section. But what was you gonna say, Q?
No, I was saying that I'm rocking the Shaquille O'Neal jersey. I did so because I just finished watching Power Moves on Netflix with him and AI going over how they re-engage in the Reebok brand or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I just thought that documentary was a dope documentary that
Great shout
everybody
out.
should
Great
check
shout out.
out, man. So shout out Power Moves on Netflix by Shaq and AI. It's a
Facts.
dope documentary that everybody should watch. I just wanted to know if y'all
Where
guys
you watch it
watching
at?
that.
What platform it's on?
It's on Netflix.
Netflix. Okay.
I
Okay.
can't
Yeah.
afford it. I can't afford it.
Ron, I'm working on us to get a Reebok deal, bro. You gonna say you can't afford Netflix, bro? Bro, we try to get a Shaq. Holla at your boys over here at the Man Mizzy Sports Show. We
Facts.
need sponsorship, baby.
You know what the funny part is? Before I just put on our show, I was just watching AI and fucking Shaq shopping at Complex, shopping for sneakers at
Yeah,
Complex.
yeah.
That's
And they
crazy, bro.
actually
That's the
touched that.
crazy thing.
They actually touched on that episode in the documentary. They showed us, the behind the scenes when they
The
did
bees
the,
and
the
all that.
complex
Right.
episode with the kids. So it was a dope joint. Everybody should watch it for real.
Facts, because I didn't even know, like you just said, they put them in charge of Reebok basketball. Shaq the president and AI the vice president. So that's dope. I'm
Yeah, and what
definitely
the
gonna tune into that,
documentaries
John.
entails is it follows them getting getting behind Angel Reese, getting behind the dude Martins up there in Chicago, the young boy number 14 with all the moves, white boy with all the moves from Lithuania. Well, he from America, grew up in Chicago, but his family they play professional sports over there in Lithuania or whatever. And
Okay.
and they just walked us through the whole process, how they acquired their first athlete, their second athlete, their third athlete, and some of the strategies they using to compete back up there with Nike and Adidas again. So you know what I'm saying? Because before Adidas had purchased Reebok and they shelved them, but
Uh-huh.
once they sold it to Shaq and his business partners or whatever, they
They
uh
trying to
they was able
revive
to
it.
relaunch it. It's a dope joint,
Yep.
man. We everybody should watch it.
Facts, facts. That's
And
a
Shaq,
great point,
we
bro. Because
need that
if you
sponsorship, baby,
notice,
with Reebok. We'll rock you
if you
again,
notice
baby.
that it was kind of Under Armour that was taking over as the third. Because like you said, Reebok they got kind of shelf. You feel what I'm saying? And we know Nike been the top dog, and then Adidas kind of been number two the past decade. You get what I'm saying?
Since
But
'07,
Reebok
since
was up
'07.
there as we was growing up. You get what I'm saying? They had the NFL jerseys. Bro, Reebok was there, bro. So like you said, man, it'll be dope to see if they can actually bring it back. But hey, listen, man, it's all sports related. That's how we like to bring y'all in just pure, raw sports conversation. You dig what I'm saying? Welcome to the show. You dig what I'm saying? But before we start our rundown, y'all know the routine. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, that alert button, that like button, that share button, and get ready to comment on all the topics because we want to know what y'all thinking just as much as what we thinking. Especially comment on if y'all think Shaq and AI going to bring Reebok back to its prominence. You dig what I'm saying? It's a lot of competition out there right now. The number one thing they got to focus on is just getting some good sneaker designs together. You get what I'm saying? Because Nike right now and Adidas, because those new Ant Jones is crazy, but those
I ain't gonna
designs
lie
is
though,
crazy.
Miz. That first that it's called the Engine A. That's gonna be the lead sneaker design that they coming out with. It's called the Engine A. And the black and silver Jones is official. It's a couple colorways they got.
Uh-huh.
And I hope that AI being there, we could get the kids back to uniforming all the way up and down, man, with the for the sneaker color. Cause ain't no way you playing on a red and blue team, but you wearing highlighted yellow sneakers. It just me personally, I'm from the mind frame that my feet, my sneakers make me feel better. I look better, so I
Hmm.
feel like I could play better. And when you wearing highlighted green sneakers, highlighted red sneakers, and your uniform black and gold, I mean,
Uh-huh.
I'm not saying that your game whack, but if you was coordinated up and down, baby, your game would be
If
a little
you
bit better. There's a lot of dudes who need to be coordinated out there because they game is resembling the sneakers, uncoordination and shit. You know what I'm saying?
he
Maybe
said
if Halliburton
uncoordinated.
sneakers matched his uniform, Halliburton would have played better.
No, not the pretty boys. The pretty boys, no, they don't want to
Pretty
play
boys
better.
love to coordinate, baby. I'm one of them. Psych no, psych no.
He said I'm one of them. I mean, I like to coordinate, but I don't get me wrong. I like the different colorways. Like I like the J Dub colorways that he got in the James Harden Jones. I like them Jones. You know what I'm saying? But I get what you're saying. I ain't knocking it. You know what I mean? But let's get into the rundown, the news, and all that. We started off with yesterday's game 2 of the Oklahoma City Thunder dominating the Indiana Pacers to tie up the series. What was y'all takeaway and y'all breakdown from that game?
Ron, I jump in first because you I know you when you come in, you gonna seal the deal. You gonna make us realize things we all should have been remembering. But me personally, for game 2, I feel like the OKC showed up, showed out. They did what they were supposed to do in game 1 and game 2. I feel like the defense was superb, but the only difference is this game, their shots went in. I feel like they had a lot of them same looks. People trying to make a big deal of Caruso hitting a couple key threes and other guys hitting threes, but they had them same looks game 1. They just was missing them. I could pinpoint a couple different shots Caruso had game 1 that just wasn't going in. He was wide open in the corner, the same corner three that killed them this game. He had those same looks game 1. They just wasn't going in game 1. Game 2 they
Right.
went in, and that's why that win margin. Because I believe the win margin for game 1 was 9.5 in favor of OKC,
Yeah, the
and
spread was nine
clearly
and a
they
half.
didn't cover because Indiana won
They
the
lost.
game. But this game was this game was up and down, but it was never in range where Indiana felt like they could come back and possibly win this game. So I feel like OKC did a great job keeping them at bay. Like I said, the defense was superb, and OKC did what they were supposed to do game 1. So shout out to OKC for figuring things out. At one point, it was looking like it wasn't going to be a 7 game series with a win like how they did yesterday. Now it's looking like we talking about 6-5 again. We might be talking about 6-5 again. I ain't gonna jump out the window and disrespect Indiana, but right now it's looking about 6-5 again. And the original, I had the original series 4-1 OKC. But go ahead, Ryan. What you talk? What you think, Ryan?
In case y'all forgot. In case y'all
In case
forgot.
y'all forgot. In case y'all forgot.
Yeah, no. I mean, my take was,
Shout out to
is
Roy Jones.
I wouldn't want to say it was a must win, but I mean, clearly they're the better team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when they make their shots, they is the better team. So, but going into the game 3 in Indiana, going back home, I know they got all the confidence from for still in game 1. Still in home court advantage. But if Tyrese Halliburton gonna average 15 points this series, it still could end up being 5. So, I mean, it, we'll see game 3, but to me, it was just the better team is the better team, and the better team is OKC. So if we can't slow down SGA, which I don't think they can,
Nobody
and
has proven to do so in the past 2 years.
right, right, but if the key players come in and start knocking down their shots, this like I said, this I still see this series in 5, but we'll see in game 3 because Indiana going back home got all the confidence, stole home court, so and I know the role players like to shoot better when they home, so it could easily be 2-1 Indiana. So, but still, like it was just a bunch of good. I don't know if they bad. I don't know, man. But the better team is OKC, and if Tyrese Halliburton don't want to be a superstar, he need to let us know now because we all
He
just
said he
looking
need to
at him
let
like,
us know
look,
now.
bro, this is the finals, bro. If you don't want to show up for the finals, just say that. But I understand what's going on because I know you see 3 different guys in your face. And yesterday they even put out Isaiah Joe out there, and he wasn't even making a shot, so he got benched. And they brought the boy Wiggins off the bench, and he like, yeah, this is the final. So let me start knocking down my shots, and we can't be up 20 and lose again. So, like I said, man, if Tyrese Halliburton don't come to play, this is the MadMizzy Sports, and it's gonna be 4-1 OKC. You know what I'm saying? Because they is the better team. So, and shout out to the head coach for OKC for making that change to bring Andrew Wiggins off the bench, knocking down key shots.
Yeah, he went deep in the bench yesterday. He went deep in the bench. Yeah, man. But the Thunder just got back to themselves, and I mean, it just looked like Indiana after the first two, well, the first three quarters, and then they came into the fourth quarter. I believe, still down what 17, 19 points, something like that. I think they just threw in the white flag, which we don't see from a team like that. Like they
Right,
come back so often and all that, but they haven't seen a team that can match their depth, that can match their intensity, that can match their speed, that can match their youth. You feel what I'm saying? So I felt like they was like, all right, we got what we asked for. You get what I'm saying? They anticipating a long series and they kind of pull back. But Tyrese got to play better, man. That's as simple as it gets. I know it's tough out there. The defense is swarming. The defense is stifling. They shut down Ant Edwards. They shut down, or they gave Jokic one of the most troubling series I've seen them have in the past few years. So this team is legit, but you got to put the rock up, bro. You get what I'm saying? And Rick Carlisle, I know he great at figuring out how to slow down the other superstar. You got to figure out how to get your superstar going. You feel what I'm saying? So that's a double-edged sword. But listen, they leave in Oklahoma City the way they needed to leave Oklahoma City. Point blank, period. You get what I'm saying? Regardless if they won game one or game two, they had to
right,
leave with a split, and they did. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not going to come out here and go back and revert to how we were talking before the series started when they came out there and they turned the ball over 25 times.
right.
Tyrese Halliburton didn't play well until halfway through the fourth quarter, and they still won that game. So I'm not going to sit up here and just be like, oh well, the Thunder gonna run off with four in a row. No, I ain't gonna say that because this Pacers team they gonna bounce back, bro. They gonna bounce back. So I think it's gonna be an interesting series. I had it at six. I still feel confidently it's gonna be six. I think it's gonna be a lot a lot of close finishes. How we seen in game one though. I don't see too many more blowouts.
All I know
Tyrese got
is,
to show up
man.
though, man.
All I know is with how tight OKC defense is, man. I just like I said, game one they missed a lot of those shots that they had in game two. So I don't think that the defense is gonna get no worse. You know what I mean? It's only gonna get more
Right.
and more. Yeah, they gonna put the strangle on them boys soon. You know what I'm saying? The strangle, the
Hmm.
Boston Strangler is coming soon. Well, the OKC Strangler is coming soon. I just feel
Right.
like as deeper we get into this series, the tougher things gonna get for Indiana as far as scoring. You know what I'm saying? They got the talent, but when they out there catching those passes and
They need a tough
in
shot. They need a
transition,
tough shot maker. You feel what I'm saying? Like, cause it ain't gonna be easy. You feel what I'm saying? They need somebody to go like how Steph did against the Boston Celtics a few years ago. You feel what I'm saying? Like, where it's just like you got to dominate, bro. So
or
Tyrese
to
got to
Ryan's
he,
point, man, Halliburton just got to commit earlier. You know what I mean? Ain't too many of those coming from
yeah,
behind. Save the last dance performances going to happen, dog. That might happen once a series, and it happened already. So to lean on that as some type of strategy or game plan moving forward, if that's the mind
for
frame,
sure.
that's a bad joint, man.
Yeah, they
That's a
definitely got to
bad
play a
joint.
lot better. But he definitely. Let's not forget he had a 30-point triple double with no turnovers against the Knicks. So
That was special.
I
That
mean,
was special.
we know he can do it. He just got to. You feel what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
that's definitely not the
that's what I'm
Thunder. You know what I'm
saying.
saying? They ain't got the torture chamber on the fucking Knicks.
Right,
You
yeah,
feel what I'm
right.
saying?
That's
But
what I'm saying. You looking up, you got three different people on
he
you. You like,
capable.
oh, I don't know if I could go left or right. You know what I'm saying? It's like
You better pop
my
that
man,
thing, bro. If
my
you can't
man,
go nowhere, you better pop that mud.
They come
You know
clap
what
so
I'm
you they
my man took an 8-step drop back and he was up half court. It's like, damn, bro, you don't know where you at. Why you keep moving back?
saying?
that
Yeah.
defense is man when they get going, bro, it get confusing to guys. Man, I seen AE, who's my favorite player in the league. Look, This
Yeah,
and look dismantled. I just seen him look dismantled out there.
yeah,
So
and that's crazy because they said it was man coverage. They just made it look like they was doubling him. Every time he made a move, he seen three people.
I not believe that because if you notice how they play, it's not like they switching. They just whoever got the ball, if they around you, if they close to
Yeah,
you, they swiping at the ball, and it just seems like
yeah,
it's
Yeah,
everybody around you. It feels
mhm,
like they
yeah.
doubling you, but they not.
yeah. Did they
Everybody's still
not?
playing their guys. It's just
Mm-hmm.
It ain't like nobody just not paying attention. Everybody engaged. That's what it
Right,
yeah,
is. You feel me?
yeah,
right.
Everybody locked in and
yeah.
engaged.
That's
You
the
know what I'm saying?
truth. The
And shout
defense
outs
is
and like us
engaged.
and like we were saying, I know Q was saying Hartenstein was gonna be a huge key in the series. He played great yesterday. We were getting on Chet for only putting up 6 points in the first game. He had a good game yesterday, and that's the thing. They as long as they stick to what they do, it is gonna be hard for the Pacers. But I mean, we'll see, man. They here for a reason, and
SGA
they
had
been
another
proving
30-point
everybody
game,
wrong
didn't
so
he?
far.
It
Didn't
look like
SGA have
Oh,
another
what was
30-point
the?
game?
yeah, it look like they
Oh
can't
hell
stop
yeah!
him. It's
They
the
not
role
stopping
player.
SGA.
He
They not
getting
It's
stopping
the
30 at with ease every
He's the
game.
role player for Indiana. Obi Toppin, it looked like he got to score 15 every game, and
Yeah.
it looked like Miles Turner got to score 15 every game because of Chet. If Chet giving you 15 and Jalen Williams giving you 15, and then they got three players off the bench giving you 15, they gonna outscore you every time.
And SGA
Oh
giving you
for
30,
sure.
you got to put SGA 30 in there because that's solidify every game.
Yeah,
30.
they
You
got
getting
Yeah,
30.
that
that
that's the
nigga
foundation.
averaged 30 this
That's why
whole
everybody
series.
can do what they do. You know
That's
what
what I'm
I mean?
saying. That
So
nigga averaged 30 this whole series because they ain't showing me they can stop him yet.
oh
Right.
yeah, they not slowing SGA down. Nobody showed that they can slow down SGA this playoffs, bro. Like so, we expect that shit to happen now? No,
I mean, it's the
no.
finals.
Man.
It's the
It is,
finals.
but I mean, I don't even think they slowed down Brunson for real, for real. I think Brunson just wore down. So, I mean,
True.
SGA is the motherfucking MVP, and he's just so calm, bro. He like an assassin, bro. You feel what I'm
Don't
He
think
saying?
is.
So,
He is an
yeah, I
assassin.
mean, so like,
no sweat out there, bro. It's like, bro, step on his toe, bang his
Six
knee,
six.
something.
At six
something.
six, 6'7", he know how to get to his spots. I mean, bro, we could be looking at something that's taking over the NBA for the next 6, 7 years, man. The
That's
way he
what they
play.
got because he's still gonna make the basket. Hug him.
So, all right, official prediction: they win the next 3 games. They win it in five.
I feel like they're gonna win the next game for sure. Now, Indiana, the second game in Indiana, they got a chance to win. They got Indiana got a chance to win, but the first game in Indiana, OKC gotta win.
I don't think
OKC
they win.
gotta win the
I
first game
don't
in
think they
Indiana.
win 3-3, but I like them winning game 4. But if they win game
Okay.
3, they might win 3 straight. They win game 3, they might win 3 straight.
I
But I
got
don't
them win
like
the
them
game
Yeah,
winning.
three. They
I'm
might
gonna
not
be
win game
honest. I
four.
do
I got them
think
win the
Game Three
three.
more of a must win for Indiana,
Right, me too.
just to
Yeah, me
keep
too.
that they got to keep that home court for at least
Yeah,
another. They can't go right back to Indiana and lose that home court again. You feel what
you
I'm
cannot
saying?
lose. You cannot lose home court. You cannot lose
Yeah.
home court
So.
because it's still 3 at OKC.
Yep. Yep. And then you put that you put super pressure on winning Game Four.
Back,
You go back. Indiana down 3-1.
it's over. It's over.
But I
Yeah,
feel like, if Indiana win, I mean, if Indiana lose, they still got game four to rely on. If OKC lose the first game in Indiana, game four is imperative.
I'm gonna
it
be
is.
honest. I think
That's it.
OKC gonna be in it until they lose, bro. They could be down 3-1 and I still be like, ah, you know
I
what I mean?
believe
So
that
that's
too.
just me. You feel what I'm saying?
I believe that too, man. That they
I
really
felt that
is.
way about the Celtics, but then they really went home. You know what I mean? So
Facts.
Yeah, that's right.
I felt
But
that
that was
same exact
really,
way about the Celtics.
the Celtics really was injured for real. Like,
No, they was, but all teams go through it though. All
no,
teams
that's
go
true.
through it.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. But this team, this Oklahoma City team, though, if they don't find a way to slow down SGA, and they still game 3, they game 4 is a must for Indiana.
Yeah, Rick
'Cause
Carlisle got to work his magic. He better
yeah, he
work his
got
magic, man.
yeah, he definitely got to
Yeah,
get
what
back
he
in
known
that.
to do. You know what I'm saying?
He definitely got good in the session
Or make
because
it inefficient because he had what
bro,
like
it was too
20
easy.
some on like 8 for 15 yesterday.
Yeah,
I'm like, come on, bro. This shit too
it's too
efficient,
easy.
bro. It's too easy,
Bro,
bro.
he
You
was
feel what I'm
making that
saying? So
mid-range 3-pointers going inside the hole. I'm like, come on, bro. Can
you
somebody
gotta at
stop
least
this?
make him take more shots to get his numbers. You get what I'm saying? He might still get his 30, but have him put up 25 plus shots or something like that. You feel what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He can't be getting that 30 with under 20 shots. That's that's too efficient. It's too efficient with
Oh,
all that
man.
talent out there surrounded around him. Too efficient. Another one before we move on to the little bit of NFL news that we got. Will Halliburton show up? Official prediction. Will Halliburton show up?
I mean, yo, I wish it was that simple, bro. Is like, would Halliburton show up? I mean, could he show up? Yes, but with the pressure that OKC get to the ball handler, it's just to me wishful thinking, man. It's wishful thinking. And if he do show up, it's a surprise. We all here at the MadMizzy Sports Show is going to be surprised that we could get another game one performance from Halliburton. And his game one performance wasn't even all that. It's just how he closed the game that was respectable. You know what I mean? He
Yep.
still was getting knocked
Yep.
at how slow he started that game. So if Halliburton could start off with the same tenacity that SGA starts the game off with, but the only difference is SGA got, when I say help, I'm not saying that
Man,
Halliburton don't got no help. It's the
right,
type of help that SGA got, man. Because with him getting to his little 12-foot, 4 foot, 14-foot jump shots, and the
right,
defense that's like overwhelming,
right.
SGA just in a better position to help his team out. Halliburton has done all he could do. He's done all he could do. Cause even if he start taking more shots, people gonna start calling him out for shots that don't. He taking shots that he shouldn't take. You know what I'm saying? With that type of defense in your face, forcing you
Yeah,
to pass the ball when you don't want to, or forcing you to try to score when you don't want to. Man, they remind me of the Eagles. The OKC in basketball remind me how the Eagles play in football. You know what I mean? Because that's one thing we could hang our head on all season long was our defense and Saquon, of course. But Saquon lost us a game last year.
mhm.
The defense ain't never loses a game last year. If we lost, it was some mistake from the offense, which was very seldom. But to
Yeah,
me,
right.
man, that Eagles defense swarm and OKC defense swarms in basketball. I gotta
They
tip my
definitely
hat to the
swarm.
Thunder. That's a
Right,
nice team.
right. Yeah, nah, man. You know, this is the Mad Mizzy Sports Show. You know what I'm saying? And you want to see the stars perform. You know what I'm saying? And I heard a stat earlier saying, the Pacers like 27 and 28 when Halliburton score under 20 or some shit like that, or under 30 or something like that. And I get it, like, and I like his point. I like Quant's point. You don't want to start forcing shots you don't need because you trying to like quiet the critters and shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
you don't want to come out here and just start gunning the ball. Taking shots you don't need because there is a bunch of piranhas out there.
piranhas.
But you just want to be involved in the game. You got to get involved in the game. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how. I mean, hopefully Rick Carlisle get back in the session and trying to like pull him in there. You sitting down with you, Rick, if you got to, because this team ain't going to go nowhere without their star player. And the stats with the star player scoring over 30 is like 32-4. So it's like when this man performed, they win. So with that game yesterday and he not being engaged, you lucky you got one. You mean shout out to OKC. You mean blame them, but bro, he's at some point you don't want to look back at the finals and be like, yo, how we lost this finals? And we all gonna be like, your superstar was averaging 15 points. You look at the other team superstar, damn, this boy averaging 34 points. Like this is the reason why we lost. Like, I mean, we
That's a
understand
great
you got
point, but
help.
my response gonna always be that defense. It was
I mean,
suffocating.
yeah, I get that
The
because they
defense
they
was
were
suffocating.
ruthless piranhas. You mean I really get that, but come on, man, it's the finals, bro. You don't never know when you're gonna get back to this
Yeah,
point. You
but
know?
Ryan, but every finals in any sport is always going to be a team that wanted more, a team playing more gritty, a team willing to do more to win the game. And right now, that team is OKC. And in the Super
That's
Bowl, that
true.
team was the Eagles. Yo,
That's true.
the Eagles wasn't the flat out favorites. How
That's true.
OKC is.
That's
Like
true.
only us in Philly thought we really had a real chance, but the national consensus was KC was supposed to win that Super Bowl. But we went
Hmm.
out there and we took it in convincing fashion. And
Yeah, that's
that's
true.
the way OKC play, man. They gonna take it. If you ain't gonna give it to them, they gonna take it.
Yeah, but everybody on the Pacers know that. You know what I'm saying? They know they're not supposed to win. So still in game one was like, yeah, why, yeah,
That's what
yeah,
I'm saying. It's
Prime
still 1-1
position.
though.
That
You
was
get what
prime
I'm saying?
position
It's
for them.
still 1-1 and they still got home court. That's
yeah, yeah.
that's the main thing. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I'm not trying to you in a position, like Ron said. You feel what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, like y'all can say what y'all want to say. I want him to go out there like AI, bro. So I mean, listen, every everybody is relying on you. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? And y'all can't survive by attempting to keep coming back, and y'all not gonna come back if y'all can't slow SGA down. You get what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
either Halliburton has to play to his capabilities, or they expecting SGA to play below his capabilities. So step up, Tyrese. You feel what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, I know it's hard. The defense is tight. Listen, man, people have been in that position before and they did better. I mean, and they did they thing. You feel what I'm saying? He had 12 points in the fourth quarter yesterday. Where's those attempts at earlier in the game? You get what I'm saying? So where's that aggression at earlier in the game? You get what I'm
Right,
saying? So that's all I'm saying. Like we ain't expecting Aaron Naismith to carry them. At the
right.
end of the day, he has to be consistent enough that they can have somebody else step up and be that consistent guy. You feel what I'm saying? Like you can't expect what they got 5 threes from Obi Toppin in game one, so
Yeah,
they can't
yeah.
be expecting that, man. So I mean, I know it's the defense. The defense definitely plays a part. Will Halliburton show up? I'm gonna say yeah, man. I'm gonna say yeah for at least a game. He gonna give us a nice game this series. He's gonna be the reason that this series goes six. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that. Halliburton gonna be the reason this series goes six.
I mean, the
And
numbers are
honestly,
crazy.
and honestly, y'all can't knock the Indiana Pacers if they lose to the Oklahoma City Thunder in the 2025 NBA Finals in 6 games, bro. That would be the best year they had in their history
Right, right,
by far, by
right.
far. Because then I think they lost in five. I think the Pacers lost in five when they went the first time.
They
I
lost
could
in
be
six.
wrong.
They lost
They
in
lost in
six.
six.
Shout out
Okay,
to
so
Vincent in the chat. Shout out to Vinny in the chat. He said OKC in five, Miz.
OKC in five.
OKC in
Yeah, so I
five.
mean, I think Holly gonna push a extra game out though. Or the Pacers in general, man. I just after they came out and did what they did in OKC, I'm convinced that they can sneak out another one at least, in my opinion. But yeah, man. Let's get over to the NFL because we got some news over there, and we got a lot to talk about, or a lot of time to catch up on the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Indiana Pacers, especially once Wednesday roll around. But in the NFL, we got the Packers releasing Jair Alexander. What's your reaction to that? Surprising news.
I'm surprised, just like how you just said it, man. I'm surprised because to me, Jair Alexander is definitely a cornerback that deserves respect. You know what I'm saying?
For
I don't know
sure.
what this was about. I don't know if it's about a budget cuts or whatever. Them
Yeah.
not liking his attitude. Ultimately, I don't know what this was about. But to me, is definitely surprising. And whoever end up with Bull, especially if they're a contender, they definitely got a solid player. And I'm hoping the Eagles can scoop him because we do well with people like this. These rehabable players, they don't
Hmm.
really come to our team and become superstars again, but we give them a nice home for the meantime until they go somewhere else and find the house. So
Hmm.
if you need a hotel, the Eagles are definitely looking for players, you know what I mean? He need a hotel for sure. I take him. I like Jared
Hotel
Alexander. I like
Eagles.
his tenacity. And I know with the type of line and linebacker core we got, he gonna shine in our he gonna shine with us if he was to come to the Eagles. But I was thrown for a loop for this. I don't know why the Packers did it, but they did it, and hopefully the Eagles could pick him up because I don't want the Cowboys to get him. Fuck that. You know what I mean?
Cowboy, I heard the Cowboys talking about another cornerback that's might be on the move.
Okay,
Yeah, I heard they talking about Jalen.
Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah,
we
I
gonna
heard he
see,
was linked to
man.
Cowboy
Washington. I heard he was linked to Washington, but yeah, no,
That's what I'm
this
saying. You heard how all these players is linked to teams in our division. I don't like that type of talk. You know what I mean? If we not gonna get them, send them
He said
motherfuckers
they said
somewhere else.
possibly a return to LA for Ramsey too. But go ahead, Ryan. What's your reaction to the Jair news?
yeah, man, it's definitely surprising, man. You look at Jair Alexander, this man only 28 years old, so that's definitely a legit number, you know what I'm saying? Or age or whatever you want to look at it. That's perfect.
Hmm.
That's prime time in today's league because your top receiver damn near is 27. So if he can run with your top receiver, why not? But obviously, I think this was a money thing. They didn't have the money to resign him, and 16 career interceptions. He definitely would have wanted his bread. So sorry, loss for the Packers, especially in that division that got top receivers like uh Amara, JJ. Who's stopping him?
Ooh, he always make it tough on JJ. He be locking JJ the fuck down.
Facts. And this kid is a Philly kid, so I also like him. Definitely that. So why not trying to come to your hometown if
Come
you if you,
home, Jair. Come home, Jair.
so shout out to Jair. Hopefully a team that's willing to that needing he definitely gonna ball out. So hopefully keep doing your thing, Jair. It's going the door's gonna open to whoever needs you, and whoever needs you is gonna be a good fit.
If you
I got
come
faith
into the
in you.
NFC East, it better be the Eagles, baby.
It'll
Fuck
be a
all
good
other
fit as long as
teams.
he can stay healthy. That's his big problem
Yeah,
the past few
that was
years. He
another
can't stay
thing.
on the
Yeah,
field.
that was
He
another
be
thing.
injured all the time. You feel what I'm
Well,
saying? And
fortunate enough for the
that's hard,
Eagles.
you know.
Fortunate enough for the
Y'all got
Eagles, we
depth,
got
though.
enough. We got
Yeah,
enough
y'all got depth.
manpower. We don't need them for the whole season. We just need them for a couple games. You know what I mean? Come to the Eagles.
Right. Or y'all wouldn't need him for a lot of snaps anyway, regardless. You get what I'm saying? Like if he was to go to the Niners, he'd probably be the starting cornerback. If he go to Dallas, he'd be opposite Trayvon. Where else? Who else need a cornerback? I mean every team damn near need a cornerback, especially one with the ball skills like Jair Alexander. You feel what I'm saying? Like dude's ball skills are amazing. His ability to stay with wide receivers, his ability to flip hips and stay with these dudes in and out their routes. Like I said, he'd be locking up JJ, and y'all see how JJ be running his routes. So Jair has premium All Pro skills. It's just all about can he stay on the field. You feel what I'm saying? Can he stay healthy? You know what I mean, I don't even think it's the attitude thing because it's like with him is more so like he just competitive, super competitive. I don't think nobody. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, like I don't like it. Nothing really came out about him being like a headache in a locker room or nothing like that. You get what I'm saying? So he just want to play, but he got to stay healthy. You feel what I'm saying? And like Ron said, he definitely want to get paid like a top tier cornerback because I mean he is viewed as a top tier quarterback around the league. I think he is. I think he's probably at that bottom of the top tier, especially with his injury history. But he definitely a top tier cornerback that push a contender right over the top. I would like to say, like y'all said, look out for those bird teams, the Eagles, the Ravens,
Right.
maybe even the Cardinals. You know what I'm saying? Put them out there with they just drafted the kid from Michigan, Will Johnson. So pair him with Will Johnson. They got Buda Baker. That'll be a nice young defensive backfield in Arizona.
Where
So
the hell Will
I mean,
Johnson
it's a lot
go?
of teams.
What round Will Johnson slip to? Like the fifth?
No, he was in the second round.
Uh, he
He
shouldn't
said,
even
"All
went
right,
that. He shouldn't
fuck
even
no,
went
he should
that.
have been he should have been a top 20 pick,
Yeah, he shouldn't even
top
went that far.
15." But you know how that be, man. He didn't work out or nothing either. You know they don't like
And he
that
was
shit.
injured. And he was injured.
Yeah,
So you
yep,
know how
yep.
that
He
go.
was injured.
That
Yep,
should fuck up the draft stock.
yep. He been injured like the past fucking year too.
Bro, that man
So
didn't get injured. He
I don't
was a top
blame him.
10 pick. If that man didn't get injured, he was a top 10 pick.
I
All
will
right,
say this
outside
though,
our
man.
favorite teams, where y'all want to see Jair Alexander
Or
I'll
besides
definitely
our
like to see
team,
him.
at? Outside our favorite teams.
go to Cincinnati.
I like that. I like
That's a good fit. I was gonna say Baltimore.
that.
Man, these teams
I
like
was
Baltimore, they don't need no more help, man. Go to Cincinnati. But I will say this though, we ain't talk about like it's been a lot of retired players that been leaving. So it's a lot of dudes that we remember growing up that finally decided to hang their head up, man. So I want to say shout out to Patrick Peterson, man. Uh
oh facts,
I feel
facts.
like his career came and went, but while he was in the league, man, he was a top notch DB in the league. So shout out to Patrick Peterson and all of the guys that retired this season, man.
He was
Shout
solid.
out to Pat Peterson, man. I remember him wearing that number 7, that motherfucking LSU, man, having a robot Mac, one of the greatest corners. I remember a lot of these dudes though. They got I think they got hurt by getting the next Dion label too much, and I think that definitely hurt a little bit of Patrick. But Pat Peterson definitely had a good career. You feel what I'm saying? But I will always remember how he talked that shit to Julio and he put like 18 catches
Man,
on his ass that same Sunday. I was like, damn,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask because
bro.
we all got like a player that like that's retiring this season. I was gonna ask y'all, do y'all have anybody that retired this season that y'all wanted to give a quick shout out to?
hmm, that
But mine
retired
would have
this
been Patrick
season.
Peterson for sure.
retired this
The on
season?
the spot,
Yeah,
John.
they just put out the list of guys that's retiring this season.
Oh damn, I ain't even peeped that, John.
Oh
Yeah,
man, I
let
should have
me
sent it to y'all. I should have sent it to y'all. Maybe we could talk
Facts, I
about it
definitely.
next show, something like that. We
Hey,
got an empty
we'll
slot.
we'll we'll throw that in as a segment for Wednesday's episode,
Yeah.
and we'll throw that John in there. I like that. But I like to see Jair with the Lions. I want to see him
That's a
stay in
good
the
one.
Yeah,
division. You know what I'm saying? Bolster up that defensive backfield because you know they got smutted all over the field in the playoff game last
Staying
year.
in that
So,
division.
yep,
yeah.
exactly. Yep, I want to see him with Detroit. So, yeah.
That's a good look. That'd be a good look.
This is a good joint right here, man. I actually loved this move when I seen it. Nick Chubb signs to the Texans on 1 year. Just shout out to Nick Chubb for
Shout
recovering,
out to Nick
being
Chubb.
back healthy, and getting a new contract in the NFL after one of the most horrific hits I've seen watching football and playing football. Like I'm talking about live, watching it on TV, anywhere. Like when he hit got that knee shredded up, man, that was horrific. So shout out to Nick Chubb. What's your reaction though?
Great signing for the Texans if they could get Nick Chubb that was 70% of what he was in Cleveland. Nick Chubb is a determined running back. He loved contact. I mean, the dude is a workhorse, and like you say, he got the injury, whatever. He's facing a couple setbacks, but when he's healthy enough to run that ball, he always give it 100%. Every time I've ever seen him play on the field, so the Texans definitely need a quality running back to go aside. You know, Tank Dell. What's the other receiver over there that we all love? Puka Naku. No,
Nico.
not Nico Collins, and that's a perfect match if they could get 70% of what he was in Cleveland. Texans definitely address the issue for the short term. This ain't a long term answer, but for the short term, Nick Chubb could definitely help the Texans out this season, this upcoming season. I
Yeah, I
like it.
like. Yeah, I like the signing. It's a good signing, good veteran running back, know what he's doing, and take a lot of pressure off the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? You know, get the you gotta get these running backs, man. But I don't like the offensive line. You gave away one of your best left tackles out of nowhere. That was one of the worst trades ever. I don't even know why they did that. But if it work out, it work out. You know what I'm
But they sent him
saying?
up north to Chicago, right? Chicago got the tackle now.
No, why?
Or
Oh, that
Washington.
was Washington move.
Yeah, but I I don't know. I don't know. But they did draft it. They did draft a left tackle, but it's a rookie. You know what I'm saying? But like I said,
Right.
hopefully it'll work out. Great signing. I mean, take a lot of pressure off the quarterback and CJ Stroud, but hopefully it'll work out. Hopefully, I like it.
It's a short term solution, so I like it.
I like it.
Yeah, for me and to me, it's like a prove it deal. If he come back and say he 80% of what he is, you feel what I'm saying? Because the medical science that we got now, like he could be close to what he used to be. And prime Nick Chubb was a top five back in the league. Like
For sure.
prime Nick Chubb was so underrated. You get what I'm saying? He was literally Cleveland Browns offense for
Right,
a good 3, 4 seasons. You get
right.
what I'm saying? Because that's all they had consistently. So if they can get that, then that's a solid pickup. But I gotta agree with Ron as well. Like y'all making all these moves, y'all picked up Christian Kirk in the off season. Y'all got Nick Chubb. Uh, we know Tank Dell is expected to be back and all that. Y'all got all the flash and all that, just like y'all did last year. But what was the problem last year? It was that offensive line.
It was a
It
lot.
wasn't the skilled players.
Nope.
If it was the running game, it was because y'all couldn't make no holes because the offensive line was stink shit.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully that rookie that y'all drafted can step up and play a significant role. But I'm shocked that they didn't go out there and try to make some more aggressive moves to address their offensive line, kind of like how the Bears did and how the Washington Redskins did. You know what I'm saying? They all three of them got young quarterbacks, but two of them made sure that they about to protect their young quarterbacks. I think I like the teams that think they gonna protect their young quarterbacks. So good move. I'm glad to see Nick Chubb back on the team, man. That's great. But if that offensive line don't get no better, then I don't see how the Texans gonna make too much difference than they did last year.
That's facts.
Next topic is for our resident Bostonian Q. Did you hear about the proposed, I guess proposed trade or the fantasy trade from Derek Carr of Tyreek Hill to New England to help out the development of Drake May? We do know Tyreek Hill has a good track record with young quarterbacks, Patrick Mahomes. Tua. What would you think about this trade for Tyreek Hill to New
If
England, Q?
if New England could land Tyreek Hill, this definitely put them back up in Ball's position in the AFC East with Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they got Stephon
Whoa.
Diggs. They got their quarterback of the future, which is Drake May. He ain't going out like the young boy from Miami. So he would definitely have a quarterback he can rely on moving forward, who he knows going to be around. He don't suffer from concussions and all that. So he got somebody that he more so could
Mobile,
bet that's
bigger
going to be
arms,
there.
somebody
And
that's more like Patrick Mahomes.
yeah, then you got a route running and stuff fine. Then you got Mister could do anything on the old side of things, which is Tyreek Hill. So that definitely makes New England legit again. I'm talking about competing
Ooh.
for championships again. That move would, at least in the short term, would definitely boss their reputation back up. I ain't gonna lie.
Ooh, sounds like Q would love that move for New England. Sounds
They gonna
like Q
say
would
sound
love
like
that
Q would
move.
love that
Chat, what
move.
y'all
He gonna
think? What you
say sound like Q would love.
Chat, what y'all think? And Ron, what you think? What would you think about that move for New England?
Yeah, he turned to a Patriots fan over there. This shit, yeah. Come on. Yeah, it'll definitely be interesting, but what in the AFC East? Like, come on, stop it, man. Come on, man. Come on. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. But if they ain't winning no AFC East, they still ain't gonna be able to touch the Buffalo. I don't
He just threw his hands up.
know, nice, but they ain't gonna touch Buffalo, man. Stop the craziness. Stop it. If he is he is like they need another dominant receiver. I ain't gonna even sit here and lie. Yes, they do, and it'll definitely help. It'll take Drake May game from average to above average. But I ain't gonna say he average because I think he's going to be great. He just need that receiver. So if they can make the trade, it'll be real good. But
But they got Stephon Diggs already, Ryan.
yeah, but they still needed that one. Stephon Diggs is how
Stephon
many
would be
teams?
that much better though if they had Tyreek Hill to take the top off the defense, because Stephon ain't that fast no more. But if you
Right,
had
yeah, but
Tyreek and then Stephon can work underneath, it'd definitely be nasty. It'd be a
Queen
I
Alexa,
nasty
hey
move.
Ryan, Queen Alexa said she loved the move. She said I would love that move. She said
mean,
stop hating Ryan Money.
of course she loved the move.
Ah,
Of course she loved the move. She was on here talking about it was their division. Like, come on, man. Of course she loved the move. Stop it. Stop the capping. I ain't capping. I ain't capping. I
and
just
I
said
ain't capping.
it will make them nice, but they still ain't messing with Buffalo. Stop it. They'll go from 6 wins to 9 wins. That's all.
That's a
That's
good
all.
job. And that's all you can ask
Three-one
is to go from
difference.
6 wins to 9 wins. That's all you can
It's a
ask.
3-1 difference. That's pretty significant. That's pretty significant. You feel what I'm saying?
It is a good job. It's just the development of a second year quarterback. That's all it is. Trying to develop the quarterback. So they land the
And
trade.
they got Josh McDaniels back as the offensive coordinator, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah,
yeah.
Josh McDaniels we know what he did when he had Randy Moss, so he
Hmm.
was the offensive coordinator back then, right?
Yes, he was.
Yeah, yeah. So I would love to move. It'll definitely make that offense uber explosive. It'll definitely bring some positivity and shine back to New England, something that they haven't had since their prominence and playoff run. But as far as competing with the Bills, I think that all comes down to how much that would help the Drake May development. Because yes, uh, as great as Tyreek Hill is, and he was in the MVP conversation with Tua, they still
Right.
couldn't beat the Bills.
Right. Right.
So I just don't see how it'd be any much different in New England. You feel what I'm saying? They'd be that team competing to take the crown from Buffalo, but I don't know if they'd be able to do it. I don't know. I
Mike
mean,
Vrabel, Josh McDaniels, Drake May, Stephon Diggs. If
yeah,
Tyreek
Christian
Hill,
Gonzalez. I like Christian Gonzalez
that's
at
what I'm saying. They
cornerback
got
too.
some. They
So
got some people. They got some people. They got some people on their deal.
And look what happened.
what you say?
Mike Vrabel had one good year in coaching, and look what happened.
No, no, no.
now
I ain't
he
hear.
now he motherfucking
He world coach.
he
Now he's top coach.
No, listen. No,
he's
no,
Vince
no, no.
Lombardi all of a sudden.
The owner, the Robert Kraft, has put his trust and love in Mike Vrabel to lead his team moving
Trust and
forward.
love.
I feel like they gonna put all the resources in this team now that he got the head coach he wanted. I
He
feel like
better.
Robert Kraft.
He better because he had somebody like that before. He got fired for winning the game. Like, come on, man. Like, come on.
Yeah, but you
Seriously?
know that game. You know that game. We ain't talking about that game. We know what game is being played. He got his guy now, and they gonna move forward. They moving
That
forward.
was his guy. He was in the same system Mike Vrabel was in.
No, I'm
According to
saying, Ryan, we
the
can talk about that later. I'm telling you, Ryan, he got his guy. He got
according
his guy, not
I'll be
our guy.
watching him. I'll be watching him. I'll be
We
watching
all
him. I
gonna be
want him on the
watching. We all
same
gonna be
time.
watching because we know that if it's any slippage or drop off from what that man did last season, you should be holding Mike
Oh yeah,
Vrabel to the same standard as Cuz that just
Not
got
gonna
clipped.
happen. Not gonna happen.
definitely.
No, it's
You should
not
be
gonna
holding.
happen. But
You should be holding. Mike Vrabel to the same standard that you held Gerard Mayo to. You get what I'm saying?
exactly,
But I mean, like y'all
exactly.
said, I mean, it's not gonna happen. Because Mike Vrabel has listen, he's viewed as a good coach in the NFL.
And he also got the
I'm not gonna
complexion
say
for the
he a bad
connection.
coach. I'm not saying he's not a good coach. You feel what I'm
No,
saying?
but he got the
We'll
complexion for the
see.
connection. You know what I mean? So we gotta
Facts,
acknowledge that.
I like that.
facts. You know what I'm saying?
The
So
complexion for the connection. I'm
for
gonna
the
start saying that.
connection,
I'm gonna start
facts.
saying it.
You know what I'm saying? You gonna have to coin that term. You dig what I'm saying? But yeah,
No, that's
man.
borrowed. That
I
was
would love
borrowed,
it
y'all.
though,
That was
man.
borrowed.
I would
That was
love it.
borrowed. That wasn't mine. That was borrowed, yo.
That
That
wasn't
was
mine.
borrowed.
He said,
Not
I
good.
ain't gonna steal it. I ain't gonna steal it.
I
Put
forgot
that
who I
bitch in
stole it
rotation.
from, but it was borrowed for sure.
All right, bet, bet. But yeah, man. What y'all think about Jalen Ramsey? Where would y'all like to see Jalen Ramsey at, man?
Yeah, we spoke on this last time. I was saying I still think he got some gas in the tank. So if he could, I'm always gonna say my team first. So if any of these
Jair
dudes on the way
or
out,
Jalen? If y'all
oh
got both of
Jair
them
for sure.
in the link right now, and y'all can only choose one, who you choosing?
Jair just because he got more in front of him than and he got more than in front of him than
More runway.
Jalen
Yeah,
Ramsey. Yeah.
Yeah, I
I'm
would
with you,
say
bro.
Jair is much younger. I would say Jair is much younger and he can keep up with these receivers. Not saying Jalen Ramsey can't, but
I mean,
I
y'all know
would
how I
say
feel about Jalen, man.
I would
Jalen
say
nice, he a Super Bowl champ, but
right,
he ain't looked
right,
that nice when he used to go up against my Niners. I mean,
fat,
Right.
we ain't even got no elite receiving core,
Right,
so.
Vinny.
fat.
But that's
I
it,
would
man.
definitely, I would
That's
definitely
it.
like to see, I would definitely like to see Ramsey go back to LA though.
I like that. What y'all think about that one, man? I did. When I saw it, I was like, I do like that. I like
To the
that.
Rams. To the Rams.
Yeah, reunite, or even the Chargers somewhere back in LA though, because the
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do
Chargers
feel
need some
like these
corners
guys that
help.
be having a little left in the tank, if they leave, an organization that was a beloved organization to them, they try to go back to their organization on their way out. So him going back to the Rams make a lot of sense. The Rams are still gonna
Right,
be a
Or
team
even
contender.
Jacksonville. Go
Or
back to
even
Jacksonville.
yeah,
right, right.
The Chargers
Jacksonville
the Chargers
try to
had a
leave.
the Chargers had a good defense last year. So if
I don't
he
say Jacksonville, Ryan. I wouldn't say Jacksonville because they got Travis Hunter down there playing both sides of the ball, and that's just gonna make dudes who feel like they better than him ask for drastic things. I feel like that's the Travis Hunter show. Now he gonna have to go back either to the Rams or to
Yeah,
another
Jalen got too much of a. He got a big ego with his
he got a
thing, so
big
you don't know
ego. He
how
not
he.
gonna be
You
able to
know what I'm
sit. He
saying?
not gonna be able to sit on the side and watch the young boy turn up the way he about to turn up, playing both
yeah,
sides of the ball and getting it his way. I feel like
yeah,
Ramsey feeling like that's his organization. He wouldn't come with a pure heart of pure intention. So let him go
that's
to the Rams. I like the idea of the Rams or even the
yeah,
Cowboys.
yeah,
Facts.
yeah. You don't want to come to the
Yeah, they were
Cowboys.
saying that Cowboys. Yeah, man. So, uh, I think the Cowboys would be a good joint. I could see that because Ramsey give me like a prime time like type vibe with his like confidence, how he carry himself. You feel what I'm saying? So I could definitely see him signing up to be a Cowboy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But that's the
it's
episode.
wait real quick.
Go
It's a
ahead,
Queen
Q.
Alexis real quick. She asked, "Do you think Hunter will play both sides of the ball in Jacksonville?" It's pretty much confirmed to me that he not probably not all the time, but he definitely got packages on both sides of the
On
ball.
both
So
sides.
it
Yeah.
ain't even the idea no more at this point. At some point, we're going to see him play both positions for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
The
Now, for
question
how
is,
long?
how long do y'all think it's gonna last? That's the question. How long do we think it's gonna
Man,
last?
if they don't win
And I
more
think it's all
than
about
they don't
That's
win
a
more
good
games than
assessing
they
the
did last year, it's
injuries.
gonna stop immediately. If they don't
Yeah.
win more games than they did last year, this would be the
Or
only
he get
season we
hurt.
see it.
or he
Yeah.
got that's definitely a good question, man. Because they already told him he could do whatever he wants. So yeah, he
Yeah.
definitely played quarterback and receiver. So like Miz said, how long will it last? That's the
Yeah, I
question.
see it. I see it being like kind of like a prime time thing. Like we gonna have a lot of early highlights of it. Then later on in his career, he
It's
gonna
going to
start to
drop off.
focus on. Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? He gonna start to focus on
Yeah,
the defensive side of the ball.
yeah. And they definitely
Uh,
gonna have some targets for him on offense. So
Facts. Yeah, man. And as long as he don't really lose that world class speed, he'll always be a threat and always
Right.
be used. So
yeah.
yeah. So
I give it about 3 years. Because at 30, man, how old is he?
he only about what 22, 21? I
Oh
think
yeah, he got
21.
enough years then. Yeah, yeah. I'll say till he turned 30 then. 'Cause you know when
No,
your
not
knee,
30,
30.
that's a
Not
long
30.
time. Yeah,
yeah, no,
and you
not
know I
30.
was pro it, but I
25,
probably 5
25,
years tops. I would let him play
25,
both sides of the
25,
ball, and that's if he don't get injured. 5 years
Yeah, by the time
tops,
he's 26,
25,
27, he need to have a definitive thing he do in the league.
or
25.
like Q said, by that first like major contract, it's like, all right, bro,
Yeah,
those
yeah, you
highlights
got
and
lay
shit
back.
was cute, but
Yeah, you got to lay
you
back.
know what I'm saying? You want this 100 mil, you better pick a fucking side, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's the truth. That's how
Yeah,
they gonna come at
That's
it.
the truth. No, that's the truth.
so, yeah,
Especially
man.
when it comes down to big dollars, we paying you all this money, and you're not even gonna be on the field. Nah,
Yeah, if we get hurt, and like you said, if you get hurt, we losing two major contributors on both sides of the ball now. Like that's the
right,
major thing. You know what I'm
right.
saying? So,
Yeah, yeah. It's not gonna be long.
yep. That's the episode. Y'all got anything else y'all want to speak on sports wise? Chat. Y'all want to throw a little topic out there real quick before we get up out of here? Q,
And
you got something to say? Ryan, you got something
for
to say?
for all the guys that's in the live chat right now, like I was saying when we opened the show, Power Moves by Shaq and AI is a very very dope documentary that's on Netflix as we speak. So if y'all need anything to do, if you ain't got no more, sports is dwindling down. If you need something to watch, I suggest y'all to go and tap into that Netflix documentary, Power Moves by Shaq and AI. It's a dope joint.
Y'all probably check that joint out tonight. You hear that?
All right,
I
so
want
nobody
You
got
got
nothing else
anything
to
to say,
say. I
Ryan?
want to give a shout out to everybody in the live chat: Queen Alexis, Vincent, showing love. The love been felt and reciprocated. So shout out to y'all for being in the live chat, for rocking with us every day. And guys, if you're looking to
Squad.
support the guys here over here, the Man Busy Sports Show, you could do so through the Cash App, $ what up squad. Again, if you're looking to support the guys over here, the Man Busy Sports Show, you could do so through the Cash App, which is the $ what up squad. And that's what it is, guys. And again, shout out to the chat, the live chat.
Yes, sir. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. You feel what I'm saying? Got anything, Ryan?
hey man, I appreciate all y'all, man. Just keep showing love, man. Keep showing love.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all enjoy y'all Monday night. We gonna take off tomorrow, and we'll be back for to break down and predict Game 3 on Wednesday. See y'all Wednesday. Good night, squad.
Squad.
Ah.